No. As mayor, New York City would arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. This is a city that our values are in line with international law. It's time that our actions are also.
Even though the US is not a signatory to the ICC?
No, it's time that we actually step up and make clear what we are willing to do to showcase the leadership that is sorely missing in the federal administration.
It's going to be a tough uphill challenge for you to win this race. You are young, and actually, I don't think I ever went back to my original question. Why do you think a 34-year-old can be mayor of a major city like New York?
You know, in the same way that when Michelle Wu ran to become the mayor of Boston, she was 35 years old. What I think is missing in mayoralities is the understanding that to be a mayor is to be a messenger, a liaison, and a delegate. In my time in state office, I have launched campaigns almost from scratch that have moved more than $100 million to invest into public transit, to make our life more affordable for working class New Yorkers. And those are the things that I think I would bring to this kind of a position. And this is something that in many other parts of the world, we actually do see younger leadership that is at the helm of government. And I think that it's important that we show that's also possible here in New York City.
So it will be an uphill struggle for you for sure. You have secured the endorsement of the Democratic Socialists of America. You're a proud democratic socialist. But there seems to be some divisions, even on the left, amongst progressives, Democrats, about your run. Assemblymember Emily Gallagher expressed concern around you potentially becoming a spoiler candidate. What is your response to people say that by you running, you make it harder for other more likely candidates to defeat Eric Adams? There are some people who say Adams won last time because the progressives split the vote.
Well, I think New York City is unique in that we have a ranked choice voting system. So you cannot be a spoiler candidate in the traditional sense, where if you vote for me, you can't vote for someone else. You have 5 choices on your ballot. And I think to the comment that you referred to, that's the beauty of internal debate, especially amongst the left. When I was going through the process of being endorsed by the Democratic Socialists of America, we were teasing through what are all the possibilities and also the things that we need to worry about. And what I'm excited is that in the month since we have been in this race, we have raised more than $265,000 from more than 2,600 people. We are seeing a renewed enthusiasm for a politics that centers the working class. And I think it will actually make it easier for everyone to defeat Eric Adams. And I do believe that I will be able to do so as well.
You're on the left. You're a self-proclaimed socialist. You're an immigrant. You're a Muslim. Some may say after the recent presidential election, you're what's wrong with the Democratic Party, is what a lot of centrists in your party will say. You've heard them say, we're captured by the far left, wokeness cost us the election. What is your response to people who say that your wing of the party, people like you, cost Kamala Harris the election?
I would ask them who was running the Kamala Harris campaign. What were the policies that were being run on? Who were the surrogates? You are not going to see me in any one of these 5 boroughs with Liz Cheney or Mark Cuban backing away from taxes on the wealthiest New Yorkers. Instead, I'm going to offer what's been missing, which is an alternative. And I know that some of my identities have some of the worst PR in the world. I'm also an Arsenal supporter, so I'm very intimate with that. Well, I will take that on the head. And I think that it is time, though, that we trust New Yorkers for what they actually want to see, and that is change, and that is a city that they can afford to live in.
What felt easier to you? Asking New Yorkers to vote for you, first as assembly member, now to be mayor, or asking them to buy the mixtape of your rapper alter ego, Mr. Cardamom?
I would say it's actually easier to get a vote than to sell a mixtape.
Okay.
And that's why I am confident, because I have spent hours trying to sell music that probably shouldn't have been sold. But now I can actually speak to New Yorkers about an economic agenda.
And your dad is a famous academic, Zohran Mamdani, who I interviewed many years ago. Your mum is an award-winning film director, Mira Nair, which I did not know until I prepared for this interview. Many of us are big fans of Mira Nair. Neither of those career tracks appeal to you? Bollywood, Hollywood, academia?
No, I thought I'd go for the bright lights of Albany.
Yeah,
that is.
You always wanted to be a politician? Because people might be suspicious about someone who's 34 who always wanted to be a politician, but did a rapper diversion on the web.
You know, I would say if I had dreams of being a politician in this country, I wouldn't have co-founded a Students for Justice in Palestine chapter at my college. I, in many ways, was preparing for a very different life, but what I saw is that we have a city that's been abandoned by its political leadership, and it's time that if we believe we have different ideas, let's put them to the test.
Will we see Zohran Mamdani rapping on the campaign trail a la Vivek Ramaswamy?
I'm just going to leave it at inshallah. Is that a yes? Is that a no?
Bassem Youssef would say it's a no. Zohran Mamdani, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.